Recording. Should have done that a second ago. But we're going over overcoming objections.
Okay.
Because this is a good one.
I'm on the team call.
So
Hi, Rich. All right. So here we go. Overcoming objections. Nicole, you're going to get this when you get back to this book.
Okay.
Hi, Rich. Wendy, if you don't have this book, you need to get it. Get over your damn self. This needs to be your next personal development book.
I got back to it today. So
Good. So you started your list then today, Nicole?
I did.
Thank you, Rich. We need Wendy back. Thank you. All right. So, Wendy, this needs to be your next book. Okay? Get over your damn self needs to be your next one. So, these objections are straight from the book. But the first one I heard a while ago, and I've been using that. The other ones, obviously I knew they were objections, but never had a great way to handle it. So after the initial invitation, somebody without fail is going to tell you, no, I can't do it. No, I don't have the money. No, I don't have the time. I'm too busy. Da 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 da. It's within those first few interactions that you need to figure out their why. Maybe it's something that they posted on Facebook. You know, they want to be able to stay at home with their kids, or maybe it's something you had in a previous conversation. You know, before the initial invite, maybe you're chatting with them and they're pregnant and they don't want to go back to work when the baby's born. You know, something like that. So this first one, feel, felt, found. I have used this a lot. Usually when it comes to Shakeology is too expensive. I can't afford Shakeology. I totally understand how you feel about Shakeology. It does seem expensive at first. I felt the same way when I first started, but I found that after committing to it for a month and realizing what it did for me, I was willing to modify the grocery budget to fit Shakeology in it. Or after drinking it for a month, I realized that I was not spending as much money going out for lunch at work and was able to recoup savings that way. So the feel, felt, found is a great one. Stop me at all if you have any questions and I'll answer along the way. So then the next one, I don't think I have enough time to do this. In her book, Get Over Your Damn Self, she encourages you to respond to every objection with a question first. Because a lot of people are clueless and they're just making stuff up. I had somebody yesterday who said, I don't have enough money to start my own business. And I said, well, how much do you think it costs? And they said, I don't know. I have no clue. I said, well, then how do you know that, sorry, there's a spelling error here. How do you know that it's too expensive? Well, I guess I don't. I said, well, you can technically start this business for as little as $40. Oh, well, that's not that bad. I was like, no, it's not that bad at all. So this has been, since I finished the book a couple weeks ago, I've been using these questions to overcome their objections. So I don't think I have enough time to do it. How much time do you think you need to start a business? And this is generally one that I get a lot. Oh, I'm too, I don't have any time. I'm all over the place. And then you see here, this is actually her exact response. I'm actually looking for busy people because I've learned that busy people get things done. I must you that I, what? Wow, that's nice, Steph. How about we fix that? I must tell you. This is what happens when I try to multitask.
Well, because you're a busy person.
Yes, exactly. I must tell you that I wasn't sure how I was going to fit this in, but most of us work this business in a very part-time hours around everything else on our plates. It requires consistent effort of doing a little bit each day and working it into your everyday life and conversations. Let's be honest, we can find time for the things that are priority, which I love that part, whether it's building a business or watching a Game of Thrones marathon. So, and you can always, if you've looked at their Facebook profile at all, without fail, I chuckle at the people who are like, oh, I just finished, binge watching, yada, yada, yada. What should I watch next on Netflix? And I'm like, you have time to binge watch TV? Like, I barely even get to watch a half hour of HGTV.
I got
Mind.
I got to binge watch last week.
Well, when you were sick, yeah.
Yeah, on the couch.
But I mean,
3 days.
Generally, I mean, I did enough binge watching in my first trimester with Guinevere that I have no desire to binge watch anything ever again. Mostly because I've seen all the HGTV episodes at this point, So this is a good one though. But if you've looked at their Facebook profile at all, you can say, building a business or, fill in the blank, whatever they spent their weekend doing that was nonsense. Okay, the next one. I don't have money to do this. If money wasn't an issue, would you jump in and build a business that could help you stay home with your child, that could help you get out of debt, that could help you, whatever, insert their why. You can also, the other one you can use for this one is, how much do you think it would cost to get started? So here she talks about, in her response down here, she talks about using a credit card. I don't really go that route generally. I will say, what if you gave me 30 days to get you back at least your investment? Because if they're only signing up as a coach, it's $40. That's it. And if money is really their driving force, they're going to make their $40 in that first month. They're going to, talk to somebody who will buy dirt from them. Nicole, I think you know that expression as well. But, somebody who would buy, if you're selling dirt, somebody who's going to buy dirt, you can at least make that $40 back. But she suggests using a credit card, and then we'll teach you how to make that money back. Okay, I don't want to bother friends. Again, you respond to it with a question. Why do you think you'd be bothering friends? Most people are just coming up with these excuses because they have no clue. They just don't have enough information, and so they're just going to come up with a dumb excuse, and then you have to explain to them why it's a dumb excuse, basically. I get this one a lot. Well, this one, and then there's one, I think the next one is the one I get a lot too. And I talk about sharing things. And I'll say, hey, have you gone to a movie recently? Yeah. I said, was it a good movie? Yeah, it was pretty good. I said, so did you tell people about the good movie? Yeah, I told so-and-so. I said, same exact thing. I said, have you been to a good restaurant lately? Yeah. Did you have good service? Yes. Did you have bad service? Without fail, we will share things that work for us. So It's about getting them to realize that they're already doing it. They just need to tailor it a specific way to do it and build a business. All right, next one. I don't know enough people. This is a load of crock. Yeah. How many people do you think you need to know? Melanie Mitro, the top coach, she will always say, I started with, I think she had 60 friends on Facebook or something when she first started. So she laughs at people who tell her this. So it's not about knowing enough people, it's knowing some people to help you get those referrals to more people that would be interested in it. Again, she has a great response here underneath. But the key here in this response is to not prejudge anybody, because you never know who you're inviting that actually needs it. So I know Nicole and I talked about this last week, but just anybody and everybody needs to be invited, because you never know if they're going to need it right now or if they're going to need it in a year from now. All right, next one. I'm not a salesperson. This is the one I get all the time. Why do you think you need a sales background? And I will bring this back to sharing. If you're able to share things, you're able to sell things. But I like here how she says, I sell ideas to my kids every day to get them to do what I want them to do. And it's true. Constantly, you know, when you make new friends, you're selling your personality, yourself, to make a new friend. When you apply for any job, you're selling yourself to get that job. So you really just have to put it into language that they're going to understand. All right, the timing just isn't right for me to start. I can't say I've gotten this one.
I get that one a lot.
I get the busy one more than anything else.
I get the busy one and I get, oh, not right now. And I feel like that's just, a lame
excuse. Yeah. Lame excuse. So then she, her question is, what would make it the right time? And most people don't know. And they don't. I mean, so she says, the timing of starting a business, like having kids, will never be perfect. Perfect doesn't exist, but it sounds like you want to be able to stay at home with your child. Let's talk about how we could fit this around everything on your plate and get you to their why. And of course, the pyramid one. Nicole, I know we've talked about this. I just avoid this question. I don't even, a saying I used to hear was, someone convinced against their will is of the same opinion still.
Okay.
So
apparently you're falling over.
If somebody has it stuck in their head that this is a pyramid scheme, it's really not worth the effort of trying to convince them. She has a great response here. What do you mean by pyramid? Pyramid schemes are illegal. With pyramids, there is no selling of product or services. That's not what this is. Is that what you're looking for? You can try that. Again, people who are convinced that it's a pyramid scheme will probably never change their mind. So it may be futile to even go that route and try to overcome that objection.
I have, just to add to that, I have a good one for that. I ask them what they mean by a pyramid, and then I ask them to define network marketing. And they, even to the point that my husband Googled it.
Nice.
And pretty much said that any network marketing, you can't help it. Does technically form kind of like a pyramid in terms of the structure.
Right.
But it's still
And-
a successful business. So it was, and I was like, well, people would make it a career if it was like a scheme.
Right.
So,
If it was legal, it would have been shut down.
right. So he stopped
if you
having
look-
that argument.
If you look at any other business, you have the president all the way up at the top, and everybody
Yeah.
comes down
Yeah.
underneath. So it's
I mean, they're all
any place
technically
you work.
pyramids. Yeah.
any place you work. You have the boss, and then you have the managers, and then you have everybody else under that. So
Yeah.
I
No
mean,
matter
unless you're a sole proprietorship,
yeah. So
there are people underneath you at some point.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
And fewer people above you in those leadership roles. So, yeah. So thoughts, comments, anything about the objections? Wendy, what are you getting for objections?
I'm too busy, not enough money, and then I stay after them for a while, and they like what I do. They see what I do, and they start. The wall starts coming down because they think that I just want to sell them something, and I don't.
Yeah.
I want their trust first. So, but I mean, if you listen to any of the other top coaches that they host, it's like, well, I started, I wasn't sure, blah blah blah, and here it is 4 years later. 4 years later, I'm making six figures. So
Yeah.
everybody's got to start somewhere. It's not a six figure right off the bat, even though some of those coaches have that success. But still, it takes time.
Well, and those coaches are working 50 to 60 hours a week to get that success.
Right.
And quite frankly, I don't have that time.
Yeah.
But yes, the relationship definitely has to be built. I did this again. I went on Tuesday, Brittany Leggett. She was top 10, 2016, 2015. She's local to me, and we did a training last week here locally with some coaches, and she talked about what was it called? I can't even think of what it's called. Something marketing. I can't think of it, but she made she said, I think target marketing or something like that. But she said that she creates a Facebook list on Facebook, obviously, where she puts in, like, she has a running feed of all of her potential prospects for June, July, and August. And so she's constantly engaging with those people, commenting on their posts, responding, liking, just there, because she said, if you're not, you're forgotten. So if there are people on your radar that you've talked to that you really want to join a challenge group, you have to be on their radar. So I actually did that on Saturday. I went in and added about 60 people to a Facebook list. And I've been checking it daily to engage on their Facebook feed to keep me in the forefront, basically. So I highly suggest doing that. Any other questions?
No.
Did you guys see my nerdy tracker that I posted in there?
Yes.
Last week.
No.
I had bought, Wendy, you probably saw it on Facebook, this thing called the High Achievers Playbook.
Okay.
It's there's an ad for it every other day on Facebook. So I went in and I was like, all right, well, all these people have raved about it. Let me see what it's about. No, it was not anything that I wanted at all. Not even close. I was going to have to modify it too much for it to fit my needs. So I found this girl on Etsy who created my own planner for me, basically. So this is what my page looks like from today.
Nice.
And I highlight the people that have actually responded in any way, shape, or form to me so that I can continue that conversation. My follow-ups, whether it's customers or business. And at this point, I am inviting solely to the opportunity. And then if the opportunity is not for them, then I ask if they'd like to be a customer, and then finally for referrals. Because it's easier, again, if you read this book, this is my new Bible right now. If you read that book, she says it's much easier to go from business to customer than to invite as a customer and then try to get them in as the business. I mean, certainly there are plenty of customers who became coaches. Nicole is one prime example. But if you're inviting strictly to challenge groups and not offering the opportunity, it's difficult to transition back to the opportunity. You also never know who wants one of either. I've had a couple people this month say, no, I'm not interested in the coaching, but I need help losing weight. And so I've immediately transitioned them into the customer conversation. And then I have some people who just, totally blow you off. They're crickets. That's what happens. But nevertheless, I printed it off. I posted it in the group too, Wendy.
Okay.
But I've been using it to keep myself straight. And I spent the afternoon today printing off enough of them to last 3 months. And then I'm going to go have Staples bind it for me. So, because it costs a lot to print stuff off at Staples, unbeknownst to me. So for this book, for a month, this book, it cost me about $60.
Ouch.
Where instead I got the nice paper for $7, printed off 3 months worth, and then Staples is going to bind it for about $10. So,
yeah,
much cheaper route. But no, I love it. I'm obsessed with it. So Wendy, you're going to see the full version of it in New Orleans because I have pages in the back for training notes and post ideas and
nice,
all that fun stuff. So
yeah, I gotta bring my little notebook with me.
It's going to be abused. It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
I really want Nicole to come too.
Yes.
I know. Sad face.
I got my flights for $450.
I haven't gotten mine yet.
Let's see. I leave Manchester.
You fly in Southwest?
Yeah, I leave Manchester at like 6 or 6:30. Land in New Orleans at like noon or 1
On Wednesday, right?
Yeah, and then I leave Sunday at like 9 o'clock at night and get back here at like 2 a.m. I'm supposed to function the next day and work.
Wait, you get in on Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday.
You're going in a day early?
Yeah, the 12th.
I thought it didn't start till Thursday. Am I wrong?
Right. All the stuff doesn't start until Thursday.
Oh.
I have the room booked from the 12th to the 16th.
Oh. I didn't know that. Or I didn't pay attention to it. Probably didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah, that's why I sent you the reservations.
I know you sent it to me, and I thought I looked at it when I looked at airline tickets. And apparently I didn't. Okay.
Why, you're not coming until the 13th?
I haven't booked anything.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, all right. It's all right. We'll get to shop at the core before all the crazies get there on Thursday.
Right. And I have my lunch ordered for Friday and Saturday.
Thursday and Friday. Maybe Friday and Saturday. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm
I
still
think it's Friday
busting
and
it.
Saturday.
I'm still busting it to earn that Success Club party. So.
Oh yeah.
So it needs to happen. I need 8 more points this month.
There you go.
So, all right, ladies. Anything else?
Nope. That was helpful though.
Good. And Nicole has her to do. Wendy, we need to do a one-on-one and get you on track.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Yeah,
I know. Life is crazy.
it is crazy.
But it never gets less crazy.
No, it doesn't. So I just keep plugging away at it.
All right, ladies. I will see you in the group. And
Yes.
yeah. All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay,
All
we're
right.
getting kicked off here in a second anyways.
Ciao.
All right.
All right.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.